Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Hey guys, this is Music Tech Help Guy. Welcome to this overview of Autotune Artist from Antares. Autotune Artist is a new plugin that has most of the features of Autotune Pro, but it's more optimized for live performance. So it has a lot of the controls of Autotune Pro, but it does not have the graph mode of Autotune Pro. So it's intended for real-time processing for studio projects as well as for live singing. So it's optimized for latency. So let me give you a quick rundown of how this is used, and then I'll try to use it for a musical example. So first things first, if you're using this while you're recording or for live performance, you want to make sure that this option for low latency is on. This will minimize the amount of latency. Then you can choose your input types. This is your voice type. I'm choosing alto tenor for me. And then you can choose your key and scale. So you can choose between major, minor, chromatic, a whole bunch of different types of scales, and then the root key or tonic key of the scale. So here I'm in G major. Now there's two modes with Auto-Tune. There's the classic mode, which gives you the more robotic sound of Auto-Tune 5 and earlier. And then there's the new version or the new sound of Auto-Tune, which is a bit more natural sounding, and it can also be formant corrected. Now, automatic formant correction will automatically shift the formants to compensate for pitch correction in your recording. So it can, for instance, if you sing a little too high, it's going to have to pitch shift you lower. So therefore, the formants are going to be lower, and that note's going to sound a little deeper than it should. So automatic formant correction will automatically shift the formants up to compensate for that. Likewise, if a note is flat, Autotune will have to pitch shift it up to compensate, but it's going to make that note a little brighter. So Autotune, when you turn this formant correction on, will automatically detune the formants a bit to compensate so that the balance, the tonal balance of the note is not all wonky. You can transpose by half steps here. You can set a tuning key or a tuning reference. They're calling it detune here. And then tracking controls the input signal, or how well Autotune interprets the input signal. Normally this is right at 50, and for most applications this is fine. If you find that the pitch correction or pitch detection is unreliable, you can pull this down. It's actually a higher value, but you can pull this to the left to have a less picky input detection. This works well if you have a singer that's got sort of more of a breathy voice, or maybe there's a lot of headphone bleed or other noise in the background. And then if you pull this up or pull it to a lower tracking level, this makes it more picky, more choosy. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit, but not too much. And there's four knobs: retune speed, humanize, flex tune, and natural vibrato. These are the same as Autotune Pro. So retune speed is how quickly the signal is tuned, how quickly the signal gets pitch correction. So if I pull this all the way down, I'll pull flex tune down and humanize down for now. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. So you sort of get that robot voice because the note transitions are too quick. So if you pull down your retune speed, or actually make the retune speed longer, ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. It's a little more natural sounding. You can also make this more natural sounding by pulling up the flex tune, which helps with more expressive phrases. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. And then humanize helps to make things sound a bit more natural on the long tones. Then you can also pull down the amount of natural vibrato or pull up to emphasize the amount of natural vibrato. I'll pull this down just a little bit. Let's give that a listen. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. try this out with the music back in. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Now, one of the things I find really difficult about using autotune in a live situation is I'm normally like a rock musician by trade. So I sing like a rock singer most of the time. It's really hard for me to not put a whole bunch of heavy vibrato when I sing. And when you use autotune or really any pitch correction plugin while you're performing, or if it's part of your sound, if the autotune sound is part of your sound, you have to kind of sing without the vibrato, or at least tame down the vibrato quite a bit, because the vibrato will make autotune kind of go crazy with its pitch correction. So one thing you'll see in the center here, that note that shows up in the center is the intended pitch, the intended target, and then these bars up here show how much pitch correction is applied downward or upward. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you can also increase or decrease the throat size. This does a manual formant shift. So if you pull this up, it'll sound more masculine. If you pull it down, it'll sound more bright and more feminine, sort of like a chipmunk sort of sound. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I find with really sort of nasally singers that if you pull the throat size up a bit, it can really help to tame down that naturally nasally bright character in their voice. All right, so I'll try this out again. I'll do my best to sing as little vibrato as possible. I'll just do a little improv over here just to see how well autotune handles it, and then I'll sing some actual lyrics to a pop tune that I wrote. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take me, take me, take me, take me, take me. Take me to the river, take me to where we first kissed. Take me higher with your love, like no one ever did. I've got this feeling that we're going down in flames, but I never wanna let you go again. There's something about you that I don't understand, but sure as hell know that I wanna be your man. Take me to the place where we very first met, and show me that love in your eyes I can't forget. Please tell me why, oh tell me why, tell me why. Why can't we work on it? Why can't we try and see? Why can't we work for you? Then you can work for me. I can't keep crying over you. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go so wrong? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, so it's not perfect by any means. Like I said, I'm not a pop singer. Just doing my best to try not to sing too much vibrato. It's actually really hard to sing expressively, but then not have any vibrato. Because I find like the way I want to sing this song has a lot of vibrato, but using the autotune sound, too much of it can sort of suck the life out of the recording. But then adding some of it in gives it that sheen and gives it that smoothness that's common in modern pop music. Just for shits and giggles, let's try out the classic mode here. So this is like the old school autotune mode. It's not formant corrected. You can't use flex tune. However, you can use the humanize feature here. I'm just gonna pull it up toward the end here. Let's see what this sounds like.
Why can't we work on it? Why can't we try and see? Why can't we work for you? Then you can work for me. I can't keep crying over you. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go so wrong? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, it's interesting if I really pull back the retune speed, really pull up the humanize. It's almost not applying hardly any vocal tuning at all.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, really pulling up that retune speed gets rid of sort of the weird glitchiness and can bring back some of the expressiveness in the voice again. So in most situations, the classic mode isn't going to sound nearly as good as the new version or the new algorithm for autotune. It's much more natural. You can get away with a much shorter retune speed just by increasing the flex tune and increasing the humanize, and you can still end up with something that's pretty natural sounding, even when you need heavy vocal tuning. So off screen, what I did was I recorded that whole phrase one more time, and this time I really focused on what parts I wanted to add more vibrato, what parts I wanted to sing more straight, and I also did some punch-ins, so this isn't all completely one take.
Take me to the river, take me to where we first kissed. Take me higher with your love, 'cause no one ever did. I've got this feeling that we're going down in flames, but I never wanna let you go again. There's something about you that I don't understand, but sure as hell know that I wanna be your man. Take me to the place where we very first met, and show me that love in your eyes I can't forget. Please tell me why.
So right here,
Show me that love in your eyes I can't forget.
on love and eyes, there's sort of like a blue note in there. Now, one of the things you can do is you can go to advanced view here, and you can customize the scale to include that blue note.
Man, take me to the place where we very first met, and show me that love in your eyes I can't forget.
So there's a bit of a blue note in there in between A and B. So I need to add a B flat here in the notes that can be used. So I'm going to remember the key here. It's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. And I'm going to change this to G chromatic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the notes that were not in that initial key. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F, F sharp. And then what I'm going to do is A sharp here, or B flat. I'm going to make it a tunable note, but I'm going to bypass it. And what this does is when that note, when I land on that note, it will not tune that note. So it's a note that will be used. It's not going to push the note down to A or up to B, but it's not going to try to tune that note. So it'll maintain that little extra bluesy flavor in there on that blue note.
Sure as hell know that I wanna be your man. Take me to the place where we very first met, and show me that love in your eyes I can't forget. Please tell me why. Oh, tell me why. Tell me why. Why can't we work on it? Why can't we try and see? Why can't we work for you? Then you can work for me. I can't keep crying over you. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go so wrong? Ooh, ooh.
And if you want to pull in and out that bypassed blue note, you can just create two different tracks, one with the blue note, one without, and split the vocal part up over those two tracks. Or what you can do is you can use automation to pull this in and pull it out at certain points throughout the track. So that's Auto-Tune Artist from Antares. I'll leave a link to it in the video description below if you want to check it out. I really like this plugin. I mean, I've already been using AutoTune Pro for a long time, and this seems like it's a little less CPU intensive. So if you're not going to be doing any manual pitch correction, this is probably the better version for you over AutoTune Pro. It's $100 cheaper. It does everything that AutoTune Pro does except for the graph mode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. You can also check me out on social media, on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and if you'd like to make a monthly contribution to the channel, you can also check me out at patreon.com/MusicTechHelpGuy. Thanks for the support, and thanks for watching.